So I had a friend who invited me to go on a mission trip and to Venezuela. My first thought was, this could be a free vacation. This could actually be really fun to leave out of the country for the first time. And so I remember stepping onto the airplane, flying to Venezuela when I was 15 years old, and getting there and just seeing complete devastation before me. And I began to experience these emotions that I had never really felt before. And so I began to ask questions to myself. Is the life that I'm living really living up to a higher standard or a higher calling? Fast forward, got home, and actually when I experienced being back in the United States after being removed, I had all of these questions. Why was that happening over there, and what is happening in me? So I met with my pastor and began to talk to him and process that. And he said, well, Brian, have you ever accepted Jesus into your heart? And I said, what does that mean? And he just laid it out for me, began to explain it. And I knew in that moment that I was missing something that I saw other people have over there. And so I accepted Jesus into my heart and just began to live a radically changed life. And my parents began to see it, and they began to ask questions like, what is going on with our son? And it was a beautiful picture of how children really can influence their parents. And fast forward years later, both of my parents accepted Jesus. God changed the trajectory of our family. We love the Next Gen ministry that we have at Seacoast Cane Bay. Whether it's in our Kids Coast ministry, which is birth all the way up to 5th grade, or our custom student ministry, which is 6th grade to 12th grade, you're gonna see kids and students serving in the campus. They're gonna be reflecting things that the adults are doing in the services, whether that be in small groups or going over curriculum that is especially designed for them and their age and stage of life that they are currently in. I love picking up my kids from Kids Coast and listening to the things that they have learned that day, the things they've prayed about that day in their small groups with other kids their age. And so it's exciting because even when you stand in the foyer, you see kids and even students dragging their parents into the building because they're excited to be there and see their friends and learn more about who Jesus is. It doesn't matter where you are in your walk with Christ. Whether you've been walking with Jesus for 20 years or it's day one for you, there's a place for you here. There's a place for you to find Him and to grow in that, but also to discover your purpose the way that God has designed you. And then we want to help you make a difference right here in your own backyard and the world.